We got everything done we wanted to today. We got the webinars, we got the podcast done. So this day is in the books.
Plus a tech tip.
And there was a tech tip too that went awry, but we had a good time doing it. So season 3, it's on.
All right, let's talk about number 1, choose wisely. Over the course of your careers, you're gonna be able to narrow it down to 2 to 3 lead generation sources, and that should be your focus. If you're trying to chase too many rabbits, you're not gonna be able to do any of them effectively. So we want you to simply just focus on 2 to 3 lead generation sources and rock those. And when you go after these, the hard part about a real estate agent is it's so hard to just like keep trying, because you tried something, you door knocked once and didn't get anything from it. So obviously door knocking doesn't work.
That doesn't work.
So what we want you to do is we want you to commit, all right? And you got to do a minimum commitment. Really, it depends on the type that you're doing and how often you're doing it. But we would say 6 months, a year. Again, like if you're farming, it should be like a 3-year commitment.
Yeah.
All right. If you're doing open houses.
Do you really think 3 years for farming? Like you should really dive in?
Yeah.
Okay.
If you're doing it right.
I've heard 18 months is the minimum to like stick with it.
Yeah. So make sure that you're choosing those wisely. Choose 2 to 3 lead generation sources once you've narrowed it down. Commit to them and then have a plan. We've talked about the systems. We've talked about action plans, business plans. You got to have the same thing. So whatever you're going to do, have a plan so that you can follow out the plan and do it right.
You can only handle focusing on so many at a time to get really good at them, and because you know you're planning it, you're getting good at the actual skill of doing it, and then you're setting a system up for it. So if you're trying to do 6 of them at once, you're just going to be spread so thin it's not effective, like Todd said.
Right. Yeah.
So you're mastering 2 to 3.
Yes.
And then those will kind of run in the background as you add more to your pot.
And this is also why a lot of people don't make it in real estate, is because they have no idea what they're doing. Continually audit. You heard me talk about auditing your clients, which we're going to be talking about in the next couple episodes. But it's not just that. You need to audit your numbers. You need to audit your ROI. You need to be able to pivot. You need to be able to change. You need to be able to analyze everything. And this is kind of a difference between running your business like a business and just kind of flying by the seat of your pants and hoping that things work out. And they don't audit. They're not watching their numbers. And so we want you guys to make sure that as you do this, if you're going to do open houses, you need to audit those. How many open houses have you done? How many clients have you got from them? All right. If you've done door knocking, how many knocks have you done? And all that fun stuff. So know your numbers, check your ROI, and then when you need to, so you may discover I have contacted 40 for sale by owners and I haven't got a serious lead off of any of them. That means either I'm not good at this or I'm just doing it wrong.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
So then you may need to pivot. Could I do it differently, or should I give up and focus on something I'm good at? All right. So pivot when you need to, and then don't forget to recommit. If you're working your sphere like you should be and they're not giving you the numbers, maybe it's because you've let them go a little bit.
Yeah.
And you've gone away from the things that were working. So
Did you say don't forget to recommit?
Oh.
So here we are, we're growing our sphere, and who are we going to talk to? Okay, it's easy, simple. Everyone you know, everyone your significant other knows, everyone your mom knows, everyone your sister knows, everyone you know and could know should be in your sphere. I always say, go through like a week of work and just say, all day, every day, wherever you go to the grocery store, you go to get your hair done, you go to work, you go everywhere you go, think of all of these people that you touch throughout the day, and then everybody that they know. It's everyone. And then think local, think national, and even think international, because what's great about real estate is you can work and connect and grow everywhere. And we will dive more into that later, but just know every connection you have, do not put geographic boundaries on them at all.
Nice.
So local, national, international, and then don't forget to add them as you go. So as you're thinking about all these people and you're meeting them and you're growing and you're meeting somebody else, make sure you're adding them as you're growing so that it doesn't pile up and you don't forget, it doesn't slip through the cracks, but add as you go.
You need to have a CRM, an Excel sheet, your little binder, black book, whatever you want it to be. None of those are going to work. So what you're going to do though is you're going to organize them into different levels and different categories. The levels are going to be things like VIPs, level 1s, level 2s, level 3s. Call it what you want, A, B, C's, D's, whatever you want. For us, a VIP is somebody that is giving you, they are purposefully giving you business. Like they're going out of their way to get you not just one, like a lot of times you're like, oh, I ran into somebody, they just happen to have a real estate need. But if they're working for you, you need to be rewarding them more. So we'll talk about that later. Then there's level ones. Now, these are the people that have proven or said that they'll give you business.
Yep.
All right, so these are people that we definitely want to market to. Probably not to the extent of VIPs, but you're definitely going to be marketing to these people. And this is truly going to be the bread and butter of your business. Most of our business, the large majority of our business will come from your level ones. Then there's level twos. These are the people you don't know. They might give you business, they might not. These might be some of those initial calls where they didn't answer the phone. Well, they didn't tell you no, but they didn't tell you yes.
Yeah.
So we probably still need to market to them because we, again, don't want to assume for them. So we're going to put them on there. What if you hold an open house? You meet somebody at an open house.
Yeah.
They probably were a stranger when they walked in the door, but by the end you knew their name, you had their contact information because you're doing the open houses right, which we'll be talking about those in a later episode. All right, so now you add them as a level 2 until they earn status as a level 1 or are demoted to level 3. Right? To me, level 3 are for what we use on our team. Level 3 are the people that you need in your contact database. You got to have them, and you might as well have them in your CRM, but you know they're never going to give you business.
Right.
So these will be people like fellow real estate agents,
Right.
most likely are going to be level 3s. Maybe your brother-in-law that his wife is a realtor or something like that. So he's probably not going to give you business, but you still need them in in your CRM. And if you can do that, you can do it consistently, you do it well, you will grow your business, you will enjoy your life.
This is episode 3. It's simply titled, The Only Thing to Sphere is Sphere Itself.
The most important thing you can focus on is your sphere of influence. In fact, we believe that relationship type business should be somewhere between 60 to 80% of your business, which means that if you're a newer agent, we understand like relationship business may be 0% of your business as you come out the gates. Because as you're going to find out the gate, what you're going to find out is that your friends and family typically don't want to give you the business because they don't trust that you know what you're doing because you're new and they know you. So a lot of times you're going to be working some of those cold leads. But over time, what's going to happen is there will always be a transition. And your goal should be to get to the point where you're doing about 60 to 80% of your business based on relationship type business. So we're talking people that you know directly, the referrals from those direct leads. That's your sphere. That's what we're trying to work. That last 20% or 20 to 40, depending on where you are in your career, that is going to be material or leads coming from areas that you're working to grow your sphere, and it just so happens you get some business off of it as well. So it all kind of comes back to that sphere. So I'm going to make it very simplistic for you.
Okay.
1, grow your sphere, and 2, market to your sphere.
That's so good.
All right, that's all it takes. And if you can do that, you can do it consistently, you do it well, you will grow your business, you will enjoy your life. And that's what this podcast is about.